So we'll be studying this 5th chapter of Dhammapada. So I take out 5 verses. So chapter 5 is titled Bala Banga. Bala means childishness. You can say it's called, translated usually as the fool. So this is the first verse. It is 60th verse of Dhammapada. Digha Jagarato Rati Digham Santasya Yojanam Digho Balanam Sansaro Sadhamam Avijanata. So Deepak will translate it now. Let us see whether we can do that. Dig मतलब दीर्घ ठीक है ना?
दिग जागृतो probably जागना
लंबा है जागना. रत्ती मतलब रात, ठीक है. दीघम मतलब लंबा है. संत का मतलब होता है जो थका हुआ हो. संत थका हुआ है. योजन क्या होता है? योजन होता है ना भारत में कहते हैं डिस्टेंस होता है ना, 9 मील, कोई कहते हैं 7 मील. तो जो जागा हुआ हो उसके लिए रात बड़ी लंबी हो जाती है, ठीक है ना. और जो थका हुआ हो उसके लिए 1 योजन चलना तो बहुत लंबा हो जाता है, ठीक है ना. आगे दीघो बालानम मतलब मूर्ख के लिए. संसारो, संसार जो है, संसार मतलब जिसमें हम घूमते रहते हैं, संसरण करते रहते हैं, वो बड़ा लंबा हो जाता है, चक्कर घूमता ही रहता है. सद्धम्मम अविजानतम. क्यों अविजानता मतलब जानता नहीं है, है ना. विजानता मतलब जानने वाला, अविजानतम जो नहीं जानता. सद्धम्मम शुद्ध धर्म को नहीं जानता. So long is night for a wakeful person, long is yojana for a tired person, long is the samsara, that is the round of cycles of birth and death, for the fool who does not know the true Dhamma. That's how we translate it. You can see धीरे धीरे आपको अपने आप समझ आने लगेगा. So then there is the story about this king who saw a beautiful woman and then somehow tried to get her husband away from the place but couldn't succeed, and then he felt very uncomfortable throughout the night, and the person whom he had sent away, he also felt uncomfortable. When the person went to the monastery, Buddha's monastery, then king also came there, and king also realized his foolishness of his action, and then Buddha gave this brief verse to them. Such foolishness is bound to raise your cycle of birth and death. So next one आप पढ़िए.
चरम चे नदीचा
अधिगच्छेय ना अधिगच्छेय
एया
से गच्छेय हो गया ना इकट्ठे. चरम से नाधिगच्छेय सेयम
सदिशम तानो एकचर्यम दलहं कैरा नथि बाले
सहायता. नथि बाले सहायता. तो चरम हो गया जो चलता है, चलती होती है चलना, तो चरम हो गया जो चल रहा है, वॉन्डरर. चे मीन्स इफ. अधिगच्छेय, अधिगच्छेय का मतलब फाइंड और एक्वायर और अटेन.
Just a second. Namaste sir, this is Vikas Nagpur. Kindly accept my respect. Okay. पहले था
चरम चे नाधिगच्छेय सेयम. सेय मतलब श्रेय, श्रेय होता है ना हिंदी में, तो सेयम वही है. श्रेय मतलब जो आपसे अच्छा हो. सदिशम सदृश्य, आप जैसा हो. सो चरम चे नाधिगच्छेय सदिशम सेयम सदिशम अत्तानो. अत्तानो मतलब मेरे जैसे, अपने से. तो अपने से अगर कोई अच्छा ना मिले या अपने जैसा ना मिले तो क्या करना चाहिए? एकचर्यम दलहम कैरा, एकचर्य मतलब अकेला ही चले, दलहम मतलब रिजॉल्यूटली, घबराए नहीं, हिम्मत से चले अकेला ही। नत्थि बाले सहायता, नत्थि मतलब नहीं है, बाले मतलब मूर्ख की, सहायता मतलब सहायक होता है, सहायक कहते हैं कंपेनियन को पाली, सहायक, सहायकता जो वर्ड है हिंदी में उसी से बने, कंपेनियन जो हेल्प करे, जो साथ रहे। सो सहायता मीन्स वन हू इज योर फ्रेंड. So if you don't find a companion who is better or similar to you, then one should resolutely go alone, because there is no companionship with the fool. Doing companionship with the fool is not helpful. So then there is that story associated with it of Venerable Mahakashyapa. He was a very senior monk and a very kind one. So he had some student who was very good and some other one was very lazy and disrespectful. So when the Kashyapa admonished the bad novice, he went to food and said that Kashyapa is ill and got the food for him also. So and ate it all himself. And Kashyapa then didn't get any food. So he again admonished him, but again he became angry. And next day when Kashyapa went for alms round, he burnt the whole monastery. So when Buddha heard about it, then he told Kashyapa that it was better to keep them away. And third is very strong.
Putta matti dhanan matti iti balo
विहंयति,
vihainati
विहंयति, एन विद tilde है ना, आई है, विहंयति,
vihanyanti
हाँ, बिल्कुल first
asahi atano nathi kuto putta kuto dhanan.
Nanan. So it's a very deep sentence said here. पुत्ता मत्थी, मत्थी की जो है इट्स मे प्लस अर्थी, मीन्स इट इज माइन, मी, आई हैव, इट बिलोंग्स टू मी. सो धनम मत्थी इति बालो विहयते, इति मीन्स लाइक दिस, बालो मीन्स द फूल, विहयति मीन्स इज वरीड एंड concerned about it. So the fool thinks, I have this son belongs to me, this wealth belongs to me, and he says how foolish it is. Atta hi atta no natti. It's in the deeper sense, you remember we have discussed this so many times. There is nothing which you own yourself also, so called what you call as yourself, the five aggregates, the body, the mind, that you also don't own it. It is just a natural phenomena. So how can you own sons and how can you own wealth? So he's questioning it at a very fundamental level. So then there is a story associated with that of a rich man who was very stingy, and after dying he was born somewhere in the neighborhood as in a beggar's colony because of his stinginess. But he had buried pots of gold in the garden and didn't tell even his sons about it, and he died. So after he was born somewhere else, then he came for begging. He was seen to be an unlucky person. Nobody, wherever he won't even get his alms or anything to eat for begging. So once he wandered into his old house, and when his sons saw him there, they scolded him and asked him to get lost. Then Buddha saw this incident and then told the young beggar that he was actually who he was, and then reminded them, and then he said, if you don't believe it, he'll tell you where the pots of gold are. And then when this was declared, then the Buddha mentioned this point, that we generally tend to have a strong attachment to our wealth and family, while we don't, the medium through which we have attachment, even that is not truly ours. So next one.
यो बालो मन्यन्ति
मन्यति
बालं
बाल्यं यो बालो
पंडितो वापि तेन सो बालो च पंडितमवन्
पंडिता मानी
पंडितमानी सावे बालो ती उच्यते.
Vucchati. It's a interesting humor in it. Ye balo manyati balam. Yo means who? Fool. That fool. Manyati means janta hai. What he knows? Balayam is foolishness. So a fool who knows his foolishness. So to that extent, at least he is a wise person. And he knows that he is behaving foolishly. But who is the real fool? Balocha Panditamani. He is a real fool is one who is proud of his own foolishness, who takes up that foolishness as his cleverness and kind of dexterity. Save Baloti Uchati. He is really indeed a fool who thinks about his foolishness as cleverness. Story associated with a group of followers went there, and then two thieves joined those in the monastery. So you can see the kind of things which could have happened, which can happen when you have such. So one of them was listening to the discourse, and another was stealing things from there. So when the discourse went, they all went away. So the one who stole, he told the other one, "क्या हो गया भाई तुझे? क्या करने गया था तुम वहाँ पे?" So you're so stupid, you didn't bring anything. See, I am such a wise person, I stole so many things. So the other thief went to Buddha and told him what had happened. And then Buddha explained to them that who is the real fool and who is less. Ramanji.
यावा जीवम पिचे बालो पंडितम पई रूपासति ना सो धमन धमम विजानाति दब्बि सुपरसम यथा.
Yavajivam. Yavajiva means as long as Yavajive, as long as one is alive, in for the whole life. Api, also, che means if, Balo is a fool, Panditam, a wise person, Pai Rupasati. Pai Rupasati means साथ रहता है. Upasati means up मतलब साथ रहना. So if a fool lives along with a wise person for whole of his life, even then naso dhammam vijanati. He doesn't know the dhamma. He doesn't understand the dhamma. And what is the knowledge given? Dabbi suparasam yatha. Dabbi मतलब चम्मच, ladle है. Suparasam एक सूप हो, उसका टेस्ट है, रस में टेस्ट. जैसे एक चम्मच अगर उसमें पड़ा भी हुआ है एक सूप के अंदर, तो उसको उसका टेस्ट नहीं मालूम पड़ेगा. In the same way, the fool can attend to a wise mind for his whole of his life, and he will not understand Dhamma. Just like a spoon does not know the taste of the soup. Then there is the story of a monk who was very ignorant, and he used to sit on the same platform where big teachers used to give discourses. So once some set of monks came and said, वो समझे वो भी must be also one of the teachers, so उससे कुछ पूछा होगा क्वेश्चन, वो कोई जवाब नहीं दे पाया. तो वो बड़े हैरान कि भगवान बुद्ध के पास भी इतने सालों तक रहे और वैसा का वैसा ही रह जाए. सो देन बुद्ध एक्सप्लेन टू देम दिस वर्स कि वो समझेगा नहीं, कोशिश नहीं करेगा तो ही कांट रियलाइज इट. दैट्स हाउ दिस वर्स इज डिसाइडेड. दैट इज द 5 verses of this chapter. Then, as asked by our friend Deepak, he said we should start studying serious suttas. He's a serious student, so we selected this sutta, Samaditthi Sutta. It is the 9th sutta of Majjhima Nikaya. Amen is Majjhima Nikaya, 9th sutta. Now, these are the suttas which generally are seen to form the basis of Abhidhamma, that we should try to see it from that perspective. So rather than studying Abhidhamma directly, which is quite terse and needs a lot of understanding, So we thought we'll study these, and then in the process we'll understand that also. So because suttas are with a particular references there. In Abhidhamma there is no reference, it's just like straight exposition of realities. So I think before we move there, that we must have a brief idea of what do you mean by reality. Isn't it? Because modern science has a different conception of reality, and the conception of reality in Dhamma is different. So what would we call as reality in modern science? So for example, when you say what is real about matter, we used to think atoms, then we said electrons, protons. Now we say no, they are also built up of something. So quarks are said to be the real. They are the ultimate building blocks of it. So but nobody has seen quark. Nobody can touch it, see it, feel it or something. So in Abhidhamma, in the Dhamma literature, this is not the way they talk of reality. By reality means something which can be actually experienced. Not just, these things that they say are concepts. They are not reality. They are mental constructs. So just a human being is a construct. A telephone is a construct. A car is a construct. That's not the reality really. So what is the reality? Something which can be experienced and which cannot be further. The concept is similar in the sense that the ultimate reality means that which is finally irreducible. From below, when you have a human being, then you consider its parts. Remember, we have taken 32 parts you can take. Then you can take even deeper analysis. You can say if the body is consisting of 4 elements or 5 elements, whichever way you look at it. So they are the irreducible parts. So beyond the element, you can't reduce it. And those elements are what we can feel. Prithvi Dhatu we can feel. You can feel heaviness. Vayu Dhatu you can feel the air moving and movement in this. Agni Dhatu you can feel in the form of heat in the body. The Jal Dhatu you can feel indirectly in the form of say assimilation, cohesion, that kind of thing. So in the Dhamma, therefore, the reality is of a different kind. Therefore, because we are used to science, we tend to get into. It took me quite some time to distinguish between our scientific view and their understanding. So they think in terms of which can be experienced, not conceptual. So all these things can be experienced. So therefore, in Abhidhamma literature, 4 kinds of realities are identified. One is Chitta, that is consciousness. Chitta means that by which we cognize, basically. Then there are Chetasikas, various kinds of mental factors. Say in Suttas we had learned 5 aggregates, isn't it? You remember?
Yes.
We had said consciousness, that was called Vijnana there. So here it is called Chitta. So Chitta also is used synonymous with Vijnana, the cognizing ability. But there also we had other things. What are the other things you remember? One was Rupa, what was the matter?
Feeling.
Then was Vedana, feeling.
Perception.
Sangya, perception. Sankhara, the mental volition or the mental formations. So these 3 were additional mental factors. So their consciousness has been taken out, and these 3 are put together as Chetasika, mental factor. Now, to do further subdivision, as far as the feeling is concerned, you cannot subdivide it further. As well as the perception is concerned, it's a faculty, you can't subdivide it further. But as far as sankharas are concerned, they are of such a wide variety. So there is a whole disposition of sankharas. They are pointing out 50 types of sankharas. So accordingly, we have 52 mental factors. And the chitta is consciousness. By itself, in its pure form, to be luminous, just cognizing ability, but it gets admixed with various kinds of mental factors, and various combinations are possible. So you have a huge possibility of numbers. So accordingly, 89 kinds of chittas or 121, depending on the classification, identified. So we need not get into it, just I'm mentioning it. So this is chitta and chetasika. Third is of course material entity, rupa. Rupa further is subdivided into 28 elements. We know about at least 4. We can see about the other things, which are subdivided. But one more independent reality is introduced, which is Nibbana. Nibbana is also something which one can experience. So these are the 4 kinds of realities which are called ultimate realities in Abhidhamma, Paramartha Dhamma. Okay? So Nibbana is unconditioned, while everything else is conditioned. So these are the basic things which you can keep in
So
mind.
when we say consciousness, we had earlier spoken of when I and the external form contact.
That's
Then
why consciousness also is not something which is unconditioned. It is also conditioned. It is, as you're rightly saying, say I consciousness will arise, and I base will see a visual object, and there will be a contact between them, and then I consciousness.
based on the conditions it will arise.
So consciousness will also arise based on the conditions. That is the fundamental difference between this and Advaita. They see consciousness as something which is eternally present. Pure consciousness is something which is eternally present. So here there is some differences, some very subtle difference. Though Buddha also talks of pure consciousness, as a luminous Bhavaskara Chitta. That Chitta by itself is this, but it is not found apart from the Chetsika. It is always accompanied by Chetsika, various mental factors. So it gets into admixture. Unless the Chetsikas are brought to such a level they are completely purified, so the mind always remains in a state of confusion, in a state of impurity. So this is the basic thing. Then we can slowly try to see whatever we can come to here from here. So let us read this. This is the MN9 means Majjhima Nikaya, 9th discourse. Sammaditthi Suttam. Sammaditthi we know, right view. The Sutta which explains right view.
एवं मे सुतम एकम सम्यम भगवा सवथियाम विरति जेतवने अंत पिंडिकासा अनाथ पिंडिकासा आरामे.
तो बहुत बार हमने सुन लिया ना. So what is the meaning? हम बताइए.
Once upon a time.
एवं में सुतम तो ये हो गया 10. एवं means 10. May means by
10
me.
I have heard.
By me. सुतम means 10 I have heard.
10 I have heard. एक समय भगवान सावित्री के जेतवन सावित्री के पार्क में
आराम मीन्स मोनेस्ट्री, जहाँ पे भिक्षु आराम करते हैं.
अंतःपिंडिका की मोनेस्ट्री में
जो जेतवन में थी, which was in Jetwana. So thus I have heard on one occasion the blessed one was dwelling at Savatthi in Jeta's group, that is Anath Pandika's monastery.
तत्र को आयस्मा सारिपुत्तो भिक्षु आमंतेसी.
Yes. Tatra means there. Sanskrit में देखा ना, तत्र को is a particle used for this. आयस्मा मतलब venerable. आयस्मा is term used for venerable. उसी से शब्द हिंदी में आता है ना आयुष्मान, उसी से बना. आयस्मा actually used for friend also. It is used also for to indicate a monk. आयस्मा सारिपुत्तो. सारिपुत्तो जी भगवान के चीफ डिसाइपल थे. भिक्षु आमंतेसी मतलब addressed. Amantesi is repeatedly used. So there the venerable Sariputta addressed the bhikkhus. What did he say? Avuso bhikkhaveti. Friend bhikkhus. Avuso is there used friend. So bhikkhus, friends bhikkhus. Avuso ti ko te bhikkhu. Ayasmato Sariputtasya pachasosum. उसका क्या मतलब हुआ? Avusoti means yes friend. So they Pachososu means responded, replied to it. Te bhikkhu ayasmato sariputtasya pachososu. तो उन भिक्षुओं ने वेनरेबल सारिपुत्र को ये प्रत्युत्तर दिया. Pachososu means प्रत्युत्तर दिया. This also repeatedly we have seen in various discourses. There it was Buddha. So this is the discourse actually given by Sariputta. Then पढ़िए रमन जी.
आयस्मा सारिपुत्तो एतदवोच.
इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? आयस्मा सारिपुत्र हो गया, वेनरेबल सारिपुत्र. एतदवोच spoke this he said this. सम्मादित्ति
आवुसो बुच्चति।
स्टॉप, यहीं तक स्टॉप लगाओ ना। तो आउसो फ्रेंड्स बुच्चति मीन्स कहा जाता है, सम्मा दृष्टि, सम्यक दृष्टि। क्या है ये सम्यक दृष्टि? नहीं, आस्ते कितवातनोकु आउसो
आवुसो अरिया सावको सम्मा दिट्ठी होती उजो गतास दिट्ठी धम्मे अवेच पसा अदेना
प्रसादेन
समना गतो आगतो इमं सधम्मा
T. T is a part, indicator of the end of the sentence. So this can be excluded. It means sentence खत्म हो। So सम्मादिट्ठी वो कहते हैं, तो सारिपुत्र को कहते हैं कि लोग कहा कहते रहते हैं सम्मादिट्ठी सम्मादिट्ठी, वो है क्या भाई? कुतवानो हो। So what in what way are you so? अर्य सावको सम्मादिट्ठी होती, मतलब एक अर्य सावक मतलब जो एक नोबल डिसाइपल है, वो किस तरह से, इन वॉट वे इज ए नोबल डिसाइपल को सम्मादिट्ठी होती, उसकी परसेप्शन जो है राइट होता है, उसका व्यू जो है राइट होता है, किस तरह से होता है? सो इन वॉट वे इज ए नोबल डिसाइपल वन ऑफ ए राइट व्यू, देन इट इज गिवन फर्दर एडजेक्टिव्स आर गिवन। उजुगतस्य, उजु मतलब सीधा, उजुगतस्य डिट्ठी मतलब उसको से देखना बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट है, कोई उसको क्रिकेटनेस नहीं है, स्ट्रेटनेस है। उजुगतस्य दिट्ठी धम्मे अवेच प्रसादेन सम्मनागतो, सम्मनागतो was kind of arrived at, अवेच प्रसादेन, तो परफेक्ट फेथ। अवेच प्रसादेन मीन्स अवेच, अवेच मीन्स हिलने वाला, अवेच जो हिले ना, तो अवेच प्रसादेन मीन्स परफेक्ट, जो न हिले ऐसा फेथ है। One who is endowed with such a faith, agato imam sadhamam, and he has arrived at that true dhamma. Arrived at means is really comprehended by perfect person, become arhat. So he says, in what way is a noble disciple one of right view, whose view is straight, ujugatasya dhamme avecha pasadena, one who has complete confidence, perfect confidence in dhamma, agato imam sadhamam, and has arrived at this true
Not.
कोई है अभी कनेक्टेड? कोई नहीं?
One person is there, but we don't know whether he is.
और रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट कर?
कौन है? तो विकास नागपाल ना?
Because I don't know. He is
विकास नागपाल अपना आईटी का ग्रेजुएट।
सर वो जो
He's the-
हमारी मेल लिस्ट है ना उसको भी मैनेज करते हैं।
शुरू में he used to be, I don't know whether he's doing now. Earlier he was the
Okay, thank you.
coordinator for managing this SMSs and other.
राइट ही स्टिल
Just check.
माइक से
नहीं वो पढ़ रहे हैं हमसे पढ़ रहे हैं।
ओके
चलिए let us see.
So we are on the sutta.
Started with Sammaditthi Sutta. Just started it. And
First paragraph.
फर्स्ट पैरा था कि वो सारे पुत्र अपने फ्रेंड्स को कहते हैं कि ये लोग कहते हैं सम्मादित्य सम्मादित्य का मतलब क्या है? What does it mean? तो अब उनके फ्रेंड्स उनको देखे क्या जवाब देते हैं?
दुरातोपी को मयंक आवुसो अकाचे यामा आयास मतो सारी पितासा सानिके
संतिके
संतिके एकसा
हितस्य
एतस्य
भासितस्य
भातितस्य
अर्थ
मन्यन्तुम्।
अर्थ मन्यतुम। तो अगर आप उसको ठीक पढ़ेंगे ना तो इसका मतलब समझ आ जाएगा, क्योंकि हिंदी हमको जानते हैं ना, क्वाइट नियर दैट। दूरो तो अपी, अपी मतलब आल्सो, दूरो मतलब दूर से। तो दूर से भी खो मयम हम सब लोग, आउसो ओ फ्रेंड, इंडीड फ्रेंड, इवन वी वुड कम फ्रॉम अगच्छे आमा मतलब आ जाएंगे, हम लोग दूर से भी आएंगे। क्यों? कब? आयस्मतो सारे पुत्र से संतकेश, आयस्मतो वेनरेबल सारे पुत्र के पास आएंगे। इसलिए एतस्य भासितस्य अर्थ मन्यतुम, अर्थ मतलब अर्थ, मन्यतुम मतलब जानने के लिए। इस वाक्य का एतस्य भासितस्य मतलब जो आपने बोला, मतलब इंडीड फ्रेंड वी वुड कम फ्रॉम फार अवे टू लर्न फ्रॉम वेनरेबल सारिपुत्ता द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस स्टेटमेंट। तो फिर आप ही बताओ, जो आप पूछ रहे हो आप ही बताओ। देन दे ऑफ कोर्स टेल हिम साधु वत आयस्मन्तेव सारिपुत्तम प्रतिभातु एतस्य भासितस्य अर्थो। तो अच्छा होगा अगर साधु मतलब अच्छा होगा, वत आयस्मत मंतेव सारिपुत्तम, अगर वेनरेबल सारिपुत्र ही प्रतिभातु मतलब इसका उत्तर दें हमको, एतस्य भासितस्य जो आपने ये कहा इनका अर्थ का उत्तर दें। सो इट विल बी गुड इफ वेनरेबल सारिपुत्र वुड एक्सप्लेन द मीनिंग ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट। देन व्हाट विल हैपन? तेन ही आवस नहीं आगे छूट गया। आयस्मतो सारिपुत्रस्य सुत्वा भिक्खु धारे संति। वेनरेबल सारिपुत्र आयस्मत सारिपुत्र की सुनको सुतवा तो सुनकर भिक्खु लोग धारे संति इसको धारण करेंगे। तो आप ठीक से समझाओगे तो हम धारण करेंगे। सो दे टेल हिम दैट we would come from far away to learn from Venerable Sariputta the meaning of such a statement. So it would be good if you explain the meaning. Then having heard from him, the bhikkhus will remember it. Then
तेन हि सुनाथा साधुकम मनसि करोथा भासी सामी ति।
T again is the end of the sentence. Whenever somebody is speaking, apostrophe के बाद में T end करने के, वो apostrophe खत्म हो गया speech। तेन ही आउसो, आउसो में फ्रेंड्स, सुनाथा में ध्यान से सुनिए, साधुकम मनसी करोथा में मन को कंसंट्रेट करके, मन को लगा के इस बात को सुनिए। देन फ्रेंड्स लिसन एंड अटेंड क्लोजली टू व्हाट आई से।
एवम वुसो ति खो ते भिक्खु
एवं आउसो की वर्ड यस फ्रेंड्स।
खो ते भिक्खु आयसमतो सारिपुतसा 50
क्या हुआ? प्रति उत्तर दिया। तो उन भिक्खुओं ने आयस्मतो सारिपुत्र वेनरेबल सारिपुत्र को जवाब दिया। यस फ्रेंड, द भिक्खुस रिप्लाइड
आयस्म सारिपुतो एतदवोचा
एतद्वोचा, आयस्मा सारिपुत्तो एतद्वोचा। So venerable Sariputta said this. Now we start with the section wise explanation of the Sammaditthi, various kinds of explanations. So, next step.
यतो को आवसो अरियसवको अकुलासलन्य
नहीं,
अकुसलन
अकुशल 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 अंच अकुशलंच, तो अकुशल और च को जोड़ते हैं तो अकुशलंच बन गया।
अकुशल
तो यत को आउसो अरियसावको
अकुशलंच पजानाति
पजानाति, तो बहुत बार आ चुके हैं हम लोग, फेमिलियर विद इट नाउ।
अकुशल अमूलंच
मूलंच
मूलंच अकुशल मूलंच पजानाति कुशलंच पजानाति कुशल मूलंच पजानाति एता एतव
एतवत् अपि, तीन चीजें जोड़ कर बनाया हुआ एक वर्ड।
एतवत्तपि को आगुसो अग्निस्तावको
उजुगत
गतास दित्थि धम्मे अवेच्छ पस्सादेन
समन्नागतो
आत्मन
Yatakho auso, Yatakho means when, in this manner, also friends, Arya Savako, a noble disciple, Akusalancha Pajanati, अकुशल क्या है उसको ठीक से जानता है, जानती मीन्स कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवली जानता है। अकुशल मूलंच पजानाति, मूल मतलब उसका रूट क्या है, तो अकुशल का रूट क्या है उसको ठीक से जानता है। कुशलंच पजानाति, जो कुशल है उसको ठीक से समझता है। कुशल मूलंच पजानाति, कुशल का मूल क्या है, रूट क्या है, उसको ठीक से जानता है। एतद् वापि खो आउसो, ओ फ्रेंड्स, देन इन दैट कंडीशन अर्य सावको सम्मादित्य, then we say noble disciple has a right view. These are the phrases which were there earlier also. Uju gatasya ditti is the straight view, right? Uju means straight, crookedness nahi hai, is a straight view, who has a view is straight. Dhamme avecha pasadena samannagato, who has got perfect confidence in Dhamma. Agato imam saddhamma, and he has arrived at the true Dhamma, like he has become perfect, he has really grasped the Dhamma in full sense. So this is the meaning of the right. Why is right view being emphasized in all of this? Because right view forms the first of the eightfold path. The first statement which the Buddha has said, and unless the view is right, everything else will be wrong. So that's why the great importance in right.
सर इसमें these are like very generic, practical things कि आपको ये पता है कि कुशल क्या है, आपको ये पता है कि अकुशल।
So then they explain. Sariputta is a comprehensive explanation. And of course, it can be made even more comprehensive, but then it becomes too much. But it's a great explanation is given. So this seems to be probably the best explanation of Sammaditthi in whole of the comprehensive. So then he gives this is the brief exposition, no? That one should understand the Hindi में English में translate किया, the wholesome and the unwholesome. So one should know what is wholesome, what is unwholesome. Then he explains what is this wholesome. Then he says that further. Deepak ji.
कथा मामा पानावसो
पन आउसो, पन को जो है पार्टिकल एक तरह से, आउसो मीन्स फ्रेंड, कथमंग मीन्स व्हाट, बाय व्हाट,
कथमंग पन आवुसो अकुलुषम अकुशलम कथमंग अकुशलमूलम कथमंग कुशलम कथमंग कुशलमूलम.
And so he says katamam pana avuso akusalam. So he says, and what friends is unwholesome. Katamam akusalamulam, and what is the root of unwholesome? So this method of didactic method of asking questions and replying. Katamam kusalam, katamam kusalamulam. So what friends is unwholesome, and what is the root of unwholesome? What friends is wholesome, and what is the root of wholesome? So then he explains, and you can easily understand that. I think this Deepak must have recently spoken so many times, so you should read it.
अनाति
तो अभी लेके आए होगे वहाँ शिविर में अनातिपातो, so you should recognize it.
हाँ, वो जब शुरू में बोलते हैं,
शुरू में बोलते नहीं है शील जो लेते हैं
ओके
वहाँ पे अनातिपातो वेरमणि बोलते तो here it is put in a slightly different words.
अनातिपातो
अनातिपातो को आउसो अकुशलम.
अधीन अधीन
याद हो जाना चाहिए देखो. That's why there are some teachers वो बनते हैं मतलब हमसे कहते हैं people everybody should take these Sheilas every day because we tend to forget it so easily. So it will remind you आज क्या किया. अदिन्नादानम अकुशलम कामेषु मिच्छाचारो अकुशलम मूसावादो अकुशलम विष्णाय वाचा अकुशलम परुषाय वाचा अकुशलम samphalapo akusalam. Then he adds some things. These are the Shilas normally we take. Then he says avidya akusalam, vyapado akusalam, vichhaditti akusalam, idam vuccha avuso akusalam. Idam vuccha matlab this is called avuso, friends, akusalam. So these are unwholesome. What are the unwholesome? No, you can translate. You know it already. Anatipato means killing of living beings, praniyon ka hanan karna, killing of living beings. Friend, killing of living beings is unwholesome. Adinna dana akusalam, taking something which is not given to you is unwholesome. Kamesu michchachara akusalam, sexual misconduct is unwholesome. Musavado akusalam, telling a lie is unwholesome.
क्वेश्चन ये इसमें अगर देखें ये इसके लिटरली आप मीनिंग ट्रांसलेट करें कामेश
विच्छाचारो.
चारो.
कामेशु मीन्स सेक्स, मिथ्या मतलब गलत, चारो मीन्स आचरण.
अच्छा ये मिथ्या है.
हाँ, मिथ्या मीन्स रॉन्ग. हिंदी में मिथ्या गए.
मिथ्या है. ओके.
तो काम में मिथ्याचार, गलत तरीके से काम का सेक्सुअल मिसकंडक्ट, दैट विल बी द ट्रांसलेशन. मूसावादो अकुशलम, झूठ बोलना अकुशल है. कृष्णाय वाचा, कृष्णाय मीन्स स्लैंडरिंग, टेलिंग बैड थिंग्स अबाउट अदर्स. फरसाय वाचा मीन्स काटती है चीज. फरसा होता है ना, काटते हैं. फरसाय वाचा मीन्स दैट विच इज बिटर स्पीच, सो हार्श स्पीच. सो कृष्णाय वाचा मीन्स स्लैंडरिंग, malicious speech. फरसाय वाचा मीन्स हार्श स्पीच और बिटर स्पीच. Samphalapo akusalam, samphalapo means which is gossiping and just vain talking. So you can see about speech he has given much greater detail. We have even in our Shilas. Krishna means slandering, maliciously किसी को उसके बैक के पीछे उसको स्लैंडर करना. Then abhijja akusalam, abhijja means covetous, किसी को कोई चीज मिल गई मुझे ही मिल जाती थी. ईर्ष्या एक तरह से, नॉट ईर्ष्या नहीं बट इट्स विशिंग दैट अदर्स थिंग्स शुड आल्सो बी विद मी. व्यापादो अकुशलम, व्यापाद मीन्स इल विल. इल विल इज अनहोलसम. इच्छादित्ति अकुशलम, रॉन्ग व्यू इज अनहोलसम. Yeah, this is what is called the unwholesome. So the next is
ये क्या था कि एटलीस्ट जो अभी तक जैसे जहाँ से मैं दो टॉपिक्स की होते थे कि ये लगता था कि दीज आर ऑल जो डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज में आपको क्या करना चाहिए उसका समाधिठी का वो है. इस समाधिठी द व्यू ऑफ दैट आई एम नॉट द पर्सनैलिटी, इज दैट द समाधि? That will
there are,
also
I think this whole discourse is so many pages, only samadhi, nothing else. So they then ask him, अच्छा ऐसा है, कोई और तरीके से भी समझ सकते हैं. Okay, then कोई और तरीके से समझ सकते हैं. So he gives so many different explanations of understanding what are the samadhi. You can see we are starting from 1, 2, 3, 4 and we will go up to 68. So he is a master in explaining. So he keeps on explaining. Okay, yes, another way of understanding, another way of understanding. So you have a comprehensive view of understanding samadhi. So this starts from the basic simplest thing which can be most easily understood. But he has used this word michhaditthi. So then something is needed further. So then further explanations are come in a different way where this term is not needed. So here it is needed because otherwise it is only Shila. So to make it comprehensive, he uses this additional term. So in other cases, he doesn't use that. He uses explains it for with a much deeper perspective. So next is the very important thing which comes.
Kata manya cha
Kata,
buso.
kata, taniyan, kata,
Kata
manya,
manya cha buso.
वो क्या है? इसको पार्ट्स में देख सकते हैं. कत, मन्य, च, आउसो. कत means what? मन्य means मतलब है उसका आउसो friend.
Akusalam mulam.
So what friends is the root of unwholesome? ये तो unwholesome बताया, उसका root क्या है?
लोभो अकुशला मूलम. लोभ, greed. दोषो अकुशला मूलम. मोहो अकुशला मूलम. इदं वुच्यता वुसो अकुशला मूलम.
So he asks them, what are the katama cha uso akusala moolam? Oh friends, what is the root of unwholesome? Lobho akusala moolam, doso akusala moolam, moho akusala moolam, idam uchati auso akusala moolam. So this friends is called the root of unwholesome. What is? The greed, the hate and delusion. These are the three roots of so these are we are discussing now about the basics of Abhidhamma. So these are the three mental factors, for example. So these are called the root mental factors.
Greed, lobo is greed.
Lobha, dosha, moha. Lobha, dosh, rag, dvesh, moha. So here he is using, instead of rag, he is using the word lobha. So these are the three root mental factors, very important mental factors. Root means just as you have a root of a tree, so whatever is there in the root, same kind of a fruit will appear. So if in the root of your mind is this kind of a mental factor, then unwholesome things will only emerge. If there is lobha, unwholesome things will emerge. If there is moha, if there is dosha, that will. So this is and these are seen as three basic root conditions. So if you recall, there is a recitation of Tikpathana also in 10-day course also. Inkaji recites on 5th day. If you recall, Hetu Pachayo, Aramana Pachayo, Adhipati Pachayo. There are 24 relationships. That's the part of the Pathana in Abhidhamma.
I think 6 to 6:30 होता है.
Yeah.
6 to 6:30.
This is recitation भी होता है उसका Pathan from day 5. So there are these root conditions. So the very first condition is Hetu Pachayo. Hetu means root condition. So these are the three root conditions. The lobha, dosha and moha. So these are three very important mental factors. जैसे हमने देखा था ना, चित्त, चैतसिका, रूपा, निब्बाना. Chetasik में these are the three very strong root conditions because they influence the state of the mind very greatly. So chitta, as I said, if you see it in the pure sense, it is pure cognition, nothing in it. But if it is enmeshed with these factors, तो consciousness में वो सब चीजें जुड़ जाएंगी, लोभ जुड़ जाएगा, greed जुड़ जाएगा या मोह जुड़ जाएगा, and then there will be all kinds of consequences of that.
मोह क्या है? Attachment.
Moh means delusion, not seeing things in a proper manner. Not moh हिंदी में attachment माना है, not here. Moh is getting into deluded view of things, not seeing things as they really are, getting caught by the appearances, not concepts.
मोह का मतलब एटलीस्ट जो हमें शिविर में समझ में आया था कि राग तो है, किसी से चिपकाव है, और द्वेष किसी से वो है, हेट है. मोह ऐसा लगता था कि आप संसार में बह रहे हो कि
वो that is the consequence of it, ना. Root क्या है? Root यही है that you are not able to see things correctly. So in fact, in some sense, removal of moha is samadhi. The basic ignorance जो है हमारी, अविद्या जिसे कह सकते हैं, तो विद्या का एक मैनिफेस्ट फॉर्म इज मोह, जिस कारण से सारा संसार चक्र ही उसी के कारण चल रहा है.
तो क्या
And the basic moh is the delusion of I. That is the root moh. But there are other wrong views also. There are other wrong views also. समाधित्थि का तो एक पर्सपेक्टिव है, रॉन्ग तो बहुत हो सकते हैं ना, राइट तो एक ही होगा, रॉन्ग कैन बी मैनी. सो रॉन्ग व्यू फॉर एग्जांपल इज कि हम नहीं विश्वास करते कि कर्म है, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. दैट्स आल्सो वेरी प्रोफाउंड रॉन्ग, बिकॉज़ देन इट लीड्स टू वेरियस कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस. So many wrong views which are possible. So this is seen as very strong wrong view that you don't believe in karma. You think कि कुछ नहीं है, होता है इसी संसार में पैदा होता है, मरता है, जो कर लो क्या है, फालतू की बात है कि अगले जन्म में कुछ होगा कि नहीं होगा, इसकी बातें कैरी ओवर हो जाएंगी एंड ऑल दैट. यू डोंट बिलीव.
सर बट उस फिलॉसफी में भी जो लोग फॉर एग्जांपल वेस्ट में करते हैं, वो लोग ये तो मानते हैं कि भाई मैं कुछ करूंगा और मेरे अंदर अगर मैं कोई विकार जगाऊंगा तो मुझे उसका दंड मिलेगा इन द टर्म्स ऑफ मैं अनकंफर्टेबल हो जाऊंगा
इमीडिएटली
मिल जाएगा.
दे डोंट थिंक इट बियॉन्ड देयर लाइफ,
beyond their life, but they think so
yeah.
they still feel this sense of cause and relationship, the acting cause relationship, but they don't see it going beyond
No,
life.
because they don't believe in rebirth.
Right.
That is another seen as another kind of a wrong view, that if you think person is dying and the matter ends, that is seen as an nihilistic view. जो भगवान बार बार बताते हैं ना कि दो तरह के, एक तो शाश्वतवाद, एक ये निरोधवाद कि मतलब समाप्त हो गया. एक तो वाद ये है कि भाई मेरे अंदर आत्मा है, वो तो चलती रहेगी, चिंता क्या बात है, चलते रहेंगे, मैं तो शाश्वत हूँ, मैं तो कभी नहीं मरने वाला. दिस काइंड ऑफ ए थॉट प्रोसेस इज देयर. यू फाइंड इट इन गीता आल्सो, द सेम सिमिलर थॉट प्रोसेस. शरीर छोड़ दिया, नया एंड गेट अनदर वन. सो दैट इज सीन एज ए एटर्नलिज्म. द अदर इज द चारवाक फिलॉसफी. जब तक जी रहे हैं तब तक जिए, मर गए तो मर गए. भस्मीभूत शरीरम पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते. कोई पुनर्जन्म नहीं है, फालतू की बात है. दैट इज द nihilistic view. So Buddha points out that both of them are wrong. In between there is middle view, that everything is happening by conditions. So dependent origin. That's why the profundity of dependent origination. That these are not true. People are arising by conditions and passing away by conditions, and then arising and passing away is happening every moment. So that's why, because of the ease of understanding the two extremes, but not seeing the middle one, is quite tough. To see that things are dependently arisen, and that there is no I, which is the most difficult thing to really grasp, even intellectually. So that is the perspective of the right view, to get out of these two wrong views and various wrong views. So since our friend Deepak wanted us to see it from Abhidhammic perspective, I have tried to make some comments here and there. So I was studying a lot in trying to understand. It's quite tough because to see that connection, but fortunately there's a commentary to Sammaditthi Suttam available, and I had sent it. No?
Yes.
It's a huge long commentary, but that commentary they have just translated the traditional commentary, so उसको फिर decipher करने में थोड़ा time लगता है, but they have made such an observations which we can relate to the Abhidhammic perspective. So once we relate it, then we can get familiar with it, and in due course hopefully we'll understand it better. So let's read next then. What is Kushala? Katamancha auso kusalam. What friends is wholesome. Now this is what you did.
Panyatipata.
Panatipata.
Panatipata.
Veramani kusalang.
Veramani kusalam.
So abstaining from killing living beings is wholesome.
Adin.
इसको ठीक से पढ़ो. So let me read it out for you. Panatipata veramani kusalang. Adinna dana veramani kusalang. Kamesu miccachara veramani kusalang. Musavada veramani kusalang. Visunaya vacha veramani kusalang. Parasaya vachaya veramani kusalang. Samphalapa veramani kusalang. Abhijja kusalang. Abhyapado kusalang. Anabhijja kusalang. Abhyapado kusalang. Samma ditti kusalang. Idam uchchato avusu kusalang. So you can see the conjugate of that. So there it was panatipata akusalang. abstaining from that.
Seven is abstaining.
Abstaining. Viraman कहते हैं ना हिंदी में, रमन करना, विरमन अलग रहना. So these are abstaining from that. And then anabhijja. Abhijja was the covetousness. Anabhijja means negative of that, non-covetousness. Abhyapada. Abhyapada was ill will. Abhyapada means not ill will. So it means matri. Sammaditthim kusalam. So for Sammaditthi is kusalam. That's what we are trying to understand. So then the next important thing. Manji. What is the root of it?
कथा मान्यचा भूसो कुशल मूलम अलोभो कुशल मूलम सो कुशल मूलम मोहो कुशल मूलम इदं वुच्यता भूसो कुशल मूलम.
So katamancha also kusala moolam. So friends, what is the root of wholesome actions? Alobho kusala moolam. Alobho means non-greed, so generosity you can say. Adoso kusala moolam is non-hatred, so metta you can say that. Amoho kusala moolam means non-delusion, which means idam uchyata avuso kusala moolam. So these three are also called Chetsika. So these are Kushala Chetsika, those were Akushala Chetsika. So they are associated with Kushala Chitta, these earlier were associated with Akushala Chitta. So you can understand these things. So these are the 6 important roots. So as far as roots are concerned, these 6 roots are only identified because they have the strongest influence on the state of the mind. So when we say Hetus, these are the 6 possible Hetus. Rest are related to the state of the mind less strongly. So when these those conditionalities are discussed, 24 types of conditionalities are discussed in Abhidharma, they are giving the ways in which different states of the mind are related. Some are root cause, which means they have very strong influence. Root means like a root of the tree influencing the fruit. So they are going to influence the consequences, the state of the mind. Others are less strongly influencing or more strongly influencing. Some are arising together, some are interdependent. So those kind of interdependencies have been explained in the Bhagavad. That is a part of Abhidhamma. So Abhidhamma is divided into 2 basic parts. One is analysis, other is synthesis. So as to give a comprehensive picture of the world. So analysis is the first part. So that for analysis, this book is written by Likhu Bodhi. It is actually translation, it is not written. It is translation of the Abhidhamma Sangaha written by Aniruddha Bhikkhu and everything from that. And that translation of that is called this Comprehensive Manual of Abhidhamma. So this deals with analysis. What are the various kinds of chittas, what are the various kinds of chetsikas and so on. Then how do these chittas and chetsikas interact with each other and create the world around us? That is the Patthana, which is much more complex, which is set to run into 2500 pages. So many conditionalities. You can see various possible permutations. When you have 121 chittas and 52 mental factors, they can interact in so many ways. So it creates a big matrix which becomes quite complicated.
So all this was done by some.
Well, there are different opinions. According to the conventional Theravada opinion, this is the work of Buddha. Nobody else could have done it. But there are some other scholars who believe no, it's a post-Buddha work. The Chinese ascribe it to Sariputta. Theravada mentions the role of Sariputta in the sense that there is a story associated with how it was given. It is said that this teaching is so profound that it had to be given to the listeners in one sitting. And flavor of these two, what actually is, I tried to note down something. So example, that, the chitta is also classified into different kinds. So there's a not, and what is the interesting part of this Abhidhamma is that they don't just classify it into kinds, there are different kinds of classifications also. Okay, so one is the classification according to the jati, as it is called, or the nature
Of mind.
of nature of mind. Mind meaning chitta, basically consciousness, and consciousness which is admixtured with other mental factors. So we have what is called kushala, that's why I am mentioning it. What is called kushala, other is called akushala. So kushala chitta gives rise to these kind of effects, akushala chitta gives rise to that kind of effect, as examples are given there, and many other things also. So these are the two basic kinds. But there is another kind of chitta also, which are neither kushala nor akushala. So they are called abhyakata chitta. So if you listen to the day 5 chanting of Guruji, you will see that word abhyakata also used there. So abhyakata means that which does not fall anywhere. It's indeterminate. Meaning is indeterminate. Indeterminate in the sense, normally we will think that something is either kushala or akushala. Or bhi kya hai beech mein. So there are some things which are neither kushala nor akushala. So they are called indeterminate. And those are also classified into two categories. One is called vipaka chitta. Vipaka means resultant chitta, which is resulting from our past karmas. The state of the chitta which results from past karmas. And the third is what is called functional chitta. Functional means that which does not have any, for example, you see, the consciousness of seeing which arises. Just a functional thing. But if it gets admixtured with other things, then we see it in the wrong perspective. So these are the 4 different classifications according to the nature of chitta. Kushala, akushala, and resultant and functional.
So these are things of which. So I think I'm getting confused between consciousness and this chitta. Consciousness, I think we are saying that.
You were not there when I mentioned it. Yeah.
Okay.
So what is word mentioned as consciousness in suttas is called chitta in Abhidhamma. That's the only.
Oh, okay.
So vijnana, what is called vijnana in suttas is called chitta. So that is the term which is used, because then it is further subdivided into various kinds.
So these are the things which arise in our consciousness, or
these are things which arise together with the consciousness. Mental factors, the chitta is always associated with mental factors. Then there is a detailed explanation of 52 mental factors. So how many of them associate depends on various conditions. So those conditionalities come into picture. So this is the wholesome. Since we are discussing wholesome and unwholesome, if you want to study it in detail, then you have to study it from that perspective. What is wholesome? What is unwholesome? So there is a wholesome chitta, there is an unwholesome chitta, and these are the roots of wholesome and unwholesome. So one thing which I wanted to discuss with you, I'll do. Let us take the tea. It will become cool.
so ask the 4 questions.
I'll just complete it by mentioning to you one interesting thing, and just to give you a flavor of the depths to which they have analyzed the mind. We have seen there are these 3 roots of akushala. So the question arises: will all the 3 be always present, or will only one be present, or can only one be present? Can only 2 be present? Can only 3 be present? So what do you think? It is an experiential thing. So there is lobha, there is dosha, there is moha.
You're saying, sir, Chetsika?
Yeah, these 3 chetsikas, which of them, how many of them are necessary for unwholesome chitta to arise? So it may sound theoretical, but you will see it as a deep practical implication. Chayad biji aur sochi.
Any one to be fine.
Normally there is a complex interplay of these.
Yeah, so which will appear always? Is there something which will always be there? Or is there something which can be need not be there? Anything? Can dosha be there?
I think the delusion seems to be.
मोह तो लगता है कि हमेशा ही रहता है.
Moh will probably come
क्योंकि
from.
मोह नहीं होगा तो वो आई समझ में आ जाएगा.
Moha is illusion, right?
Good. That's the
Will
good
lead to
analysis.
others.
Yes. So moha is always present in unwholesome mind. It may be dosha, it may be greed based or lobh based. So you can see there will be therefore different kinds of chitta, different combination. Moha is always present. Then chitta may be associated with feelings, various kinds of feelings. So then depending on that there are classifications. So that's how this such a large number of classifications are made, because they have tried to analyze it in threadbare so that there is nothing left out. So in akushala chitta, moha is always present. Then they may be accompanied with dosha, they may be accompanied with loha. Those accompanied with loha are much more in number, those accompanied with dosha are only fewer in number. What about the wholesome chitta, kushala chitta? No, see the interesting thing.
कुशल
जब अमोह वो नहीं होगा तो बाकी दोनों भी नहीं होंगे.
Isn't it? So what does it mean?
और बाकी दोनों इंडिपेंडेंट हो सकते हैं.
Yes, that's it. So that's how the analysis has to be done really. And the दोनों इंडिपेंडेंट हो सकते हैं या एक ही हो सकता है, एक भी से काम चल जाएगा.
एक से भी काम चल
जाएगा. सोचो.
राग और द्वेष दोनों अपोजिट हैं, एक ही होगा एक बार में. या तो
राग और द्वेष नहीं, अब कुशल की बात कर रहा है.
हाँ.
कुशल में अलोभ, अदोष, अमोह. तो लोभ, अलोभ और अदोष दोनों साथ ही होंगे, अलग अलग नहीं हो सकता. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि उसमें नॉन ग्रीड हो और दोष हो. इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. So they point out that wholesome chitta, the kushala chittas are rooted in both alobha and adosha. They are always there. Moha, amoha may or may not be there. One may not have that clarity of panya. That may or may not be there. So it sounds very strange. So when you reflect like that,
कुशल चित्ता कहेंगे. अगर मोह है तब
मोह भी है, तब भी कुशल है, क्योंकि वो ना लोभ लगा रहा है, जगा रहा है, ना दोष लगा रहा है.
वो शील के लेवल पे होगा.
शील, हाँ, that's it. हाँ,
कितने लोग हैं? कुछ लोग किसी
हाँ, बंद. हाँ, किसी क्वेश्चन का कुछ नहीं. ठीक.
वॉइस भी जा रही होगी, कुछ लोग ऐसे भी. एक ही है क्या?
Hi Vikas ji, do you have any feedback?
क्वेश्चन पूछना.
माइक ऑन नहीं है.
उनसे पूछ लो माइक ऑन कर दें, नहीं तो चैट पे भी.
ठीक है.
कोई नहीं है. हम लोग
मित का ईमेल आई थी मॉर्निंग में देखी.
मेरा पर भी नहीं है.
Is there any question you ask me? Just send a
मैंने
message.
अगर अभी कुछ आएगा तो
So these things which seem very theoretical, they have very deep implication. कि अकुशल जब तक मोह रहेगा, अकुशल तो होता ही रहेगा. तो राग द्वेष जो है मोह के बगैर जाने वाले नहीं है. सी द इम्प्लीकेशन ऑफ इट.
पूरी तरह से सब.
हाँ.
कुछ तो
हाँ, of course you can reduce them.
फिर हमने ये भी कहा कि कुशल मन में हो सकता है कि अमोह ना हो, लेकिन
अलोभ, अदोष वो दोनों होने आवश्यक है, तभी
तो-
चित्त कुशल होगा.
तो मोह होने के बावजूद भी वो स्टेट आ सकती है
हाँ.
जहाँ पर कि लोभ और
लोभ और दोष
ना हो.
by practice.
तो हम ये कह रहे हैं कि अनंत बनने से पहले की स्टेजेस में ये होता होगा
You can say that. Yeah.
कि पूरा मोह नहीं गया है, बट अलोभ और अदोष.
And I think it is
That
intuitively,
conceit I remains very deep, much deeper.
इंट्यूटिवली भी समझ में आता है, क्योंकि ये बता पाना कि मुझे लालच आ रहा है या मुझे गुस्सा या हेट हो रही है आसान है, रिलेटिवली आसान है, पता चल जाता है, तो आप उसको कंट्रोल कुछ हद तक कर पाते हैं. ये बता पाना कि आपको मोह है या नहीं है, वो खुद में बहुत बड़ा, क्योंकि वो खुद ही आपको
तो कॉन्ट्रैक्टरी है।
हाँ
जैसे ही आपको याद आ जाएगा वो चला जाएगा।
हाँ, तो ये इवन दिस नॉलेज की ये सब मोह है, वो इतना आसानी से आप बता नहीं पाएंगे। तो इसलिए ये समझ में आता है कि मोह शायद रहेगा, उसको हटाना मुश्किल है, बट बाकी दोनों चीजें आप, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक रूल्स, कि आपने रूल्स के बेसिस पे, शील के बेसिस पे कि ये नहीं करना मुझे, वो रिलेटिवली इजियर है, रिलेटिवली।
So if you have to study Abhidhamma, then you have to penetrate into the working of the mind very deeply. So this sutta is supposed to be one of those which explain the things from that. So there are many suttas in which the commentaries have used Abhidhammic explanations to bring out the intricacies of the explanation. Because right view is so important for us, and this is a very Sariputta के सारे discourses काफी elaborate हैं, because these people ask questions much more easily to him.
इसमें घमंड कहाँ आएगा? मोह का पार्ट है, मोह का पार्ट है,
Part of conceit I am का ही various manifestations. So he gives how many types of explanations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 types of explanations of Sammadrishti are given in this.
सब
क्या करना है?
पढ़ी है। कितनी पढ़ी है?
You know, he's tried to, they keep on asking कोई और तरीका भी है, वही समझाएगा, कोई और भी है. Then after 16 they say काफी हो गया. It's quite interesting to see how they learn from each other.
His mother is unwell also, so was attending her to listen partially.
कौन?
Because that.
अच्छा, so he's left.
Yes, but I
अच्छा, he will not be able to ask.
कुछ जवाब दे दे।
ठीक। हमारी discussions.
you can ask Raman, I think that will be very
रमन मसाला है। रमन आप बता देना आपका क्या टाइम है, उस टाइम निकल जाएंगे।
8:30, around 8:30.
So I tried to study the quite challenging.
अभिधाम
उसमें याद करने की जरूरत पड़ती है, वो मुश्किल है.
रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर दो, रिकॉर्डिंग बंद करके ना सब भेज देना रिकॉर्डिंग,
पहले देख लेना हुई भी कि नहीं.
और अगर हो गया ना तो फिर हम यूट्यूब पे उस पर ग्रुप पे डाल
सुना जाएगा.
नहीं, वो ये
क्योंकि
कह रहे हैं कि
अभी
बहुत
जो-
क्लियर है।
अच्छा आईटी थे ना, उसने डाले तो वो पता नहीं क्या हुआ उसमें नेटवर्क में, वो जो मैंने कल चेक आ गया, यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू सी.